Welcome everybody to the Daily Drivers Inc. Arca series. I'm your host, Hilltop Bullet, here to bring you all the action here at Iowa for race number 2 of the Arca series. As we are starting qualifying now, as we'll look at Lucian Thomas going around the track now. This is about a 5-minute qualifying session. To give an update on the series, we are in week number 2. This is a lap race. I believe we have 140 laps today. So we'll pull up race info at you real quick. This is the race info. We got a 0.89 mile track, temperature outside of 74, and as we have everything getting started now, as we'll pull up just the information for this league. This is Arca series. We're at Iowa. This is a 2.5 iRating cap, lap races with 90 minutes time limit for our sister league MRL, which will be going live about 30 minutes after for the Monday Night Cup Series. Then you do get one drop race in this race, and green flag is always at 8:30 Eastern Time. As we go and see if we can't catch anybody on track right now. This here is Steve Lewis, as he looks like he's be pulling it down to the pits. Let's see if we can't get. Right, here comes Jordan Finnegan on his second lap, I believe. That's right. Now you have Danny Sanchez as your provisional pole. So it looks like he will improve to 9th. So we have Patrick Calgill now coming out. And he was the fastest during practice, so we'll see what he can do here now, here in qualifying with about 2 minutes to go. Here he goes second fastest on his first lap with a 22.84. Looks like that's going to be the only lap he runs. So Danny is able to hold on to the pole at the moment. As here is Eric now coming around. Oh, gets into the wall as comes Lois also. Looks like he's going to be stopping now. Look at Brandon now coming around on his first lap. He sets a 23.23, good for 16th. As let's see if he can improve on this lap next. That is going to be a 22.89. That is good enough for 8th place. So it does look like Danny Sanchez is going to hold on to the poles. We got nobody else on track right now. As last week we had some good racing, and tonight I'm expecting some good racing too. We are at Old Iowa, not the New Iowa, so no new pavement in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 at the bottom. So these they're talking about before the race, the car's a little tight and tire wear is kind of a problem. So we'll see how that is handled, as we will get your qualifying results up here now. As Danny Sanchez, let's get your poll here at Iowa. Congrats to Danny. Joining him on the front row is Patrick Cowgill. Starting the second row is Zach Hillman. Joining him on the second row is Eric Gambrell. Starting third row, Chris Cowgill. Along with him, Steve Lewis. In seventh place, Brandon Lois. Eighth place, Brandon Yarbara. Ninth place, Dylan Schmidt. 10th place, Lucian Thomasson. 11th place, Zach Panzarella. 12th place, Philip Sanchez. 13th place, Jordan Finnegan. 14th place, Cody Matthews. 15th place, Philip Beaver. 16th place, Joshua Nunes. 17th place, Mark Zabak. 18th place, Gwen Grisby. 19th place, Stephen Neal. 20th, Dalton Bernius. Sorry if I messed up your time, but the last three did not set a time. So we'll see how that goes here, as we are now waiting for the pace car to go off, as we do have 125 laps to do here tonight. As here we go, coming around for the we'll get Danny Sanchez up on the screen as he brings us around for the green flag. Here we go. We do only have one pace lap here, so pace car should be coming down this time. Or maybe not. Oh, we got two pace laps at Iowa. Not bad. As we're seeing here, a bunch of guys warming up the tires, getting ready to start off this 125 lap race. Somebody I would look out for would be Philip Beaver. He was fast last week, down in 15th, starting today. See what he can do driving through the field. Another one to look out for would be Zach Panzarella. He's starting back in, I believe, 11th was his grid position. So this guy's got some work today. Good to see. I believe this is Eric's first race. Put it in fourth, same as Zach Hillman, putting it on third. Two fast guys. Zach raced with us in the trucks, was pretty fast all season. Eric races other series, also another fast driver. Steve Lewis also in the top 10. He's another consistent driver. As we have the pace car coming down, this time coming to the green flag. Flagman has the restart. And we are green. Here we go. Good jump by Danny Sanchez. Patrick got a good jump too. Danny Sanchez going to stay on the bottom. Here we go. We are starting this 125 lap race as we are still too wide through most of the field as Danny Sanchez able to hold on to the lead. Zach Hillman looking inside of Patrick Cowgill there. Patrick able to hold on. Further back in the pack, we got Steve Lewis holding off Chris Cowgill and Brandon Lois as Lois looks to the inside of Chris. Chris able to keep sticking on the high side and still stay even with him. As Panzarella looks to be fighting Lucian. Looks like he's able to get by him. 3 wide in the back, some contact. 35. Oh, and a spin. The 41 goes around. Got Cody Matthews stuck on the outside there. Phil Beaver right behind him. And 35 of Philip, and we do have the caution out. Jordan Finnegan looked to get in the wreck there, as we'll go take a look what happened. It looks like, oh, gets a bump. 41 goes around. That's Joshua Nunes. Jordan goes in. Oh, and this is a little too hot into the corner. Taps the 29 Dylan Schmidt as big wreck behind of the 85. Be Dalton. We'll go back live. Looks like Dane was able to hold on to that lead. Biggest gainer right now is Stephen Neal, up 5 spots from the beginning. And Steve Lewis and Brandon Lowell are also up 2 spots, or 1 spot, and Chris Cowkill lost 2 from the start. As looks like we have some people in the pits. We got Mark taking an early pit. Not sure he was involved in that wreck, but the rest of the guys who were involved in that wreck, as you can see there, Dalton missing the front end of that car. All choosing to come down. As we'll take a look, see what happens here. Keep you updated on the pit times. Looks like a couple fast repairs, and Mark's still sitting back in the pits now. So I'm not sure what's up with him, as we'll take a look back up at the front. Top 4 are the same as the start. So did get an early caution there. As Mark does now come out of the pits in front of the pace car, it does look like to beat it off, so he will stay on the lead lap. As we wait for the pace car to come around one more time, looks like we're getting double wide. We'll pull up DDI or DailyDriversInc.com. They have all sorts of apparel and keychains, everything you can think of. Helps us pay to keep this broadcast going. But if you can go check them out at, once again, DailyDriversInc.com, that'd be much appreciated. But they do have amazing t-shirts, amazing keychains, basically anything you think of, they will have it for you. As we are coming around this time for the green flag, Danny Sanchez will have the restart in the restart zone. So he was able to get another good jump and catch Patrick Cowgill off guard. Here we go, pace car off. Looks like he's going to go about middle of the restart zone as he gets a good jump there. And he's going to be able to clear Patrick as Patrick sends it deep in on the outside. Able to get to his outside wheel well. Keeping him down at the bottom. As you see Eric going on the outside of Steve Lewis. Steve Lewis able to hold him off. Oh man, that's Steve Lewis going for a pass there. As Brandon Lowell looks to the inside of Eric. Looks like Lowell is going to be able to pull it off too. Eric looks to do the crossback, getting able to get it. As you got Chris Cowgill right behind him. So look further in pack, we're 2 wide back here. And we're looking right now at Thomason. He's on the outside of Zach Panzarella. Panzarella's on the inside. 3 wide. So it looks like we are going to get single filed back out. As Panzarella's still sticking on the inside, he gets a Number 10 gets a good jump. Lucian in the wall. Same as 01. Looks like he's going to drop a few spots. We'll take a look back at the front. Looks like not much of a battle going up here, but we look back here. We got the 04. Brandon Ybarra getting Panzarella on the outside. And you got Cody Matthews defending off Panzarella. And maybe 3 wide here, 35. Philip Sanchez looking, but it's going to be patient. As he squeezes Philip Beaver all the way up to the wall. Does the cut back on Ybarra, gets the inside, gets the run. Philip gets a little bump, gets a little loose. Keeps it straight though. Look at this battle here. It goes Panzarella looking to the inside. Thinks better of it. As Ybarra sensei on the outside. Philip Beaver's getting good entry, but it's having to check up. Look back up here. We got 2 wide action for 4th place. As that is Steve Lewis and Brandon Lolis going at it. Let's run the high line there. See if we get the run. Lewis can be checked up. He's going to go to the bottom of the 3. Zach Hillman's going to block off Lois. We're 3 wide going in the 3. Here we go. And Lewis, having to slow up being on the bottom there as Eric's making a charge back up the field. There we go. So look there, and there's Zach Panzarella coming up. Did get past Cody Matthews there. Steve Lewis still defending that inside line. As Panzarella sends a 3 wide on the outside. And gets squeezed to the wall, having to get out of it. Great battle right now for the battle for 4th. Alright, really 5th, my bad. As Eric is able to get the nose ahead to take 5th place away from Steve Lewis as Panzarella looking the outside of Chris Cowgill. And now Panzarella gets to run to get even with Steve Lewis. Is he able to hold it? Cody Matthews looks to the outside of Chris Cowgill. And he is. What a run by Panzarella on the outside. So we look here, the battle for 6. Panzarella is going to get in front, able to hold off that position. He's going to be able to get back to the inside now if he wants. Chooses to stay on that outside. As you look there, the 35 of Philip Sanchez did not get a good run on the bottom there. As here comes Philip Beaver on him. And here we go. Eric on the inside of Zach Hillman. As Brandon Lolis is all the way up to 3rd, now up 4 positions. Zach Panzarella up 5, and Cody Matthews up 6. So we look to be getting single file here. As Eric gives a good run, gives a bump to Zach Hillman. As Brandon Lolis has caught up to the leaders now. Leaders separated by only 0.2 of a second. Or 0.3. As behind we are single file on lap 21. Look back here, looks like we have some battling going on. As Cody Matthews looks to the inside, having to get off the gas, having to be careful. It's easy to spin these cars around. As Chris Cowgill gets a good run there. See if he's able to get it again out of 4. As we look there, still the battle for 4th, going hard at it. Zach Hillman and Eric Gambrell. Zach squeezed him down the bottom, able to slow off that run. Eric's still staying to the... Eric sends it in the inside. Zach able to hold him off though. Zach gets in the wall. It's going to slow him down a little bit. These two are pulled away from the pack behind them. Half-second gap as you got Zach Panzarella getting pushed by Chris Cowgill. Panzarella pushed to the inside. Cowgill sits on the outside. Up here, we got a decent battle going here. Look back here. Cody Matthews still fighting back here, trying to... Oh, gets on the apron there and able to hold it. Matthews still able to hold on to ninth place here. Oh, and backing up the field. So you got Philip Beaver, Lucian, and Bring Your Bar coming up. Oh, as we get door-to-door racing. Phil Beaver looked outside to make it 3 wide. Oh, is he there? Not yet. As he's and it looks like Cody Matthews is able, might be able to clear. He's able to get on the gas. And is able to clear him now as Phil Beaver is trying to get past Philip Sanchez now. As you see, Brandon Ybarra making a pass on the 01 of Lucian. Oh, gets a run there. Matthews boxed off Ybarra there. What a battle force. The battle for ninth, really. Oh, as we are 3 wide, going into 1. Lucian sends it. Philip able to get the grip on the inside, able to get in front of Cody Matthews. Here we go. Still 2 wide back here as we'll get a wider view here. I just have to see a car on the wall there. As Philip was able to get around the all those is now leading the pack as Cody Matthews is falling off a little bit. Not sure how that bow didn't overheat those tires. So we'll take a look back up at your leaders. Oh, Stephen Nielsen is on the outside. Cody Matthews. Take a look back at your leaders. Still same 3. We got Danny Sanchez still leading this race. 31 laps in. Patrick Cowgill in 2nd. And Brandon Lowlis in 3rd. As Eric has dropped back a little bit from this front pack, but was able to get past Zach Hillman. As Chris Cowgill is now looking to start fighting Zach. As Zach Panzarella is behind them. And Steve Lewis looks to be slowly catching them. So we look back there, you got Bring Your Bar looking the outside of Philip Beaver. Is going to be able to make the pass made. And here comes Philip Sanchez to the inside of Philip Beaver in turn 3. Is he able to get the pass done, or is Philip going to hold on to the spot? Does look like Philip's going to be able to hold on. He's going to have to run this outside though. Outside does look like to be the dominant line tonight for passing. They look back up here. Let's look like Eric is slowly catching these guys again. Eric was almost a tenth quicker than our leader that time by. As we are going on to lap 35. This is a 50% stage, but no caution. So there are stage points up for grabs. As we have a battle for the lead, Patrick Cowgill looks to the inside of Danny Sanchez, but he's got to be careful not to lose 2nd place from the Brandon Lowis. Brandon Lowis is going to get the outside there. Now side by side for 2nd place. Lowis gets a good run. Here we go in Cowgill looked to be a little bit struggling on that inside as we'll go on board with Patrick now. As we look there, super close racing. Smooth on the steering wheel, but losing that position to Brandon Lowlis. As Lowlis looks to the inside, gets the lead. Sends it up the inside and blocks off that outside run. As Lowlis is now your new leader on lap 37. And here comes Eric Gambrill. Oh, and Danny Sanchez to the wall. Patrick has to go low. Here we go. Patrick squeezes him up to the wall. Zach Panzarella has lost a couple spots back here. As, contact between Chris Cowgill and Zach Hillman. Good save by Zach Hillman as you have Brandon Ybarra look at the inside. Look to be looking at the outside. Ybarra looks like saved his tires pretty well, able to get the run off that middle lane. And here comes Panzarella blocking off the run from Chris Cowgill. Take a look back up here. We're still side by side as we have our first lap car, it looks like, coming up, and that will be 83. Oh, that's Brandon Lowlis all the way up. He's already gotten a 7/10 lead, or a 8/10 lead now. It's Patrick Cowgill fighting Eric. Keeps it off each other. Patrick Cowgill looking to the inside. Not going to be able to get it. Eric gets a good run. It's going to be pushing Danny Sanchez all the way down the backstretch. So we now have almost a 1 second lead for the leader. Oh, as we have our first two pitters, Philip Beaver and Lucian. And also Joshua News decided to take it down, and I believe Dalton also brought it down. We still have a battle for second and third place here going on. Patrick's able to hold on to third that time by. Looks to the inside, gets a run. But Danny's got the help of Eric behind him. So we'll take a look back here. This is all settled out. Ybarra on a charge now as Patrick Cowgill comes down to the pits. That gives Eric the chance to go to the inside and is going to make the pass made here. Does take second place. Good run from him so far today. As they all bring it down, or Danny brings it down. Philip Sanchez, Brandon Lowlis, Ybarra. As Eric is your new leader. Now he is coming up on the lap car of Joshua Nunes, who is only one lap down. Looks like he did not take tires that time, only fuel it looks like, or maybe just right sides. As Zach Hillman and Zach Panzarella bring it down also. Looks like staying now as we'll take a look here at second. Steve Lewis brings it in also. Stephen Neal stayed out. Same as Dylan. Mark and Glenn Grisby all have stayed out, have yet to pit. And here comes Brandon Lowlis coming out now. And here comes Cody Matthews coming out as and here comes your leader, Eric Emerald coming down to the pits, as same as Stephen Neal. It's like Dylan is going to get a lap lead here if he beats him to the line. He is going to get the lap lead. So Dylan Schmidt, your new leader. Mark able to stay a lap out extra. They both pit on lap 4. We'll watch here to see where Eric is up coming out compared to the leader before the pit cycle. As Eric comes out now, he's going to be a couple seconds behind Patrick Calgo. Danny Sanchez and Brandon Lolis. But we'll have a couple lap more tires. As Philip Beaver now making a charge up 7 spots. Oh, a contact right there. Oh, 85 around. And we have our second caution of the night. We'll go take a look there. What happened? Let's see if we can't get a better view of that, of the 46 of Eric. Unfortunate for him. I've been having a good race all night. Looks like he just blinked out, not knowing. Oh, and it looked like possible neck code from the blinking. Gets Eric loose there. Car looks decent. Little damage on that right rear fender. But nothing too bad. We'll see what he ends up doing. But good news for the guys here is Dylan Schmidt and Mark Zabacher get a free pit stop with that caution. So they will stay your race leaders and are going to be able to put on a fresh set of 4 tires with no penalty. Well, I think Brandon Lois was able to impact. If you guys were able to get back on the lead lap. So see here. Taking 4. Took 4 and then they're going to stay the same. Brandon Lolis brings it down now. Looks like it's just going to be fuel only. So we're coming up near the stage now. 100% sure it's going to be, but it should be somewhere in the 62, 63 lap range. So, but there is no caution. As we should be going. Looks like Jordan Finnegan's gonna be able to get the lap back here. Looks like everybody's going to be able to get their lap back, but I believe your bar was your lucky dog was able to pit a lap early, or was on the lead lap. Dillon is going to be your race leader after that whole pit cycle and the caution. See what they can do. He is up 8 spots. Mark Zabok up 15. As we should be getting ready this time by. As the field starts to catch up. And Ybarra was your lucky dog, so it's sure he wished he could just gotten the wave around, because now he's going to lose all those spots. Did have him dropped in the longest line, I believe, or he got caught by the, or not Ybarra, Brandon Lois. Just letting him back up to the front of the field now. That is a strange predicament there. Lights are off on the pace car, but we're not lined up so far. Here we go. Pace car's off. Dillon gets the jump there. Gonna be able to pull in front of Mark as the field is single file almost all the way back. As Dillon takes the outside lane. Brandon Lois looking to the outside of Dalton. I see Patrick Calgo there in the background, same as Danny Sanchez, Zach Hillman, and the 78 of Jordan Finnegan. Here we go. Dillon's able to hold on to the first 2 laps so far, as Brandon Lois looks like to be on a hard charge here. Sending it deep into the corner. So we're single file most of the way back now. Here we go as we'll look further back in the field as Patrick Calgill and looks like Philip Beaver going to be running that inside line as Brandon Ybarra running the high side. Looks like he touched the wall there a little bit. Dillon able to hold on to the lead so far. Good stint from him as Brandon Lois is trying to find a way around Mark Zabok. Oh, and gets close there. It's Patrick Calgill. Basically, this whole front line is Zach Panzarella looking to get past Philip Beaver to join that front pack. Is going to get to the inside. Take a look back up here. Panzarella looks to the inside. So here comes Eric on the outside of Zach Panzarella. Too close to slide it in. As Eric almost looks to the inside and make it a staggered 3 wide. Still able to rip that top. Oh, able to have to get out of the gas there. Zach Panzarella's going to pull up. Is almost clear. Should get clear this time by into the corner. Philip running that super high line. Is able to get clear as Eric looks to the inside of Philip Beaver. As Brandon Lois was able to get by Mark. Look there, Zach Hillman on the bumper of Danny Sanchez out of 3, or out of 4. Now he's looking the inside of Patrick Calgill. Able to get even with them into the corner, able to push them a little harder. Oh, a little contact there. That is going to let Patrick keep 5th place so far. So look here, Brandon Lowell is still slowly catching Dylan. Look here, it is looking like we'll go last lap time. Lowell is running about a couple hundreds quicker. So we look back here for the battle for 5th as Panzarella running about equal lap times to the guys in front, but kind of in a spot of not clean air, but better than being on the bumper. As we see there, Patrick Calgill looking the inside of Danny Sanchez. This is the battle for 3rd and 4th. Patrick Calgill making a move. Sends it deep. Able to make the move. Is going to be able to make the move. Slides back up in front of Danny Sanchez. Making a good recovery from the unfortunate unfortunate caution during the pit cycle. Take a look back here. Panzarella, with all this battling going on in front of him, is able to keep up as Zach Hillman looks to the inside of Brandon Ybarra. Ybarra is able to make the move on the outside. With that, Zach Panzarella, battle with Zach's now. Dylan still up at the front leading. Marsh dropped a little farther back as Patrick Howell goes on a charge to get up as we see Panzarella look to the inside of Hillman. Not able to make the move this time by as Eric's now catching back up with this fighting going on. Oh, and Danny Sanchez, big loose moment there. As he's looking to the inside of Ybarra. As Panzarella slides back. As Lois has now caught up to Dylan Schmidt. And we are going to have a race for the lead here shortly. They're on about 22 lap old tires. Patrick Calgill still holding on to 4th place. Making small gains. Catch it back up as Lois looks to the outside. Dylan blocks it off. So look back there. Patrick and Ybarra are about to start battling now. See if we get. We can't get all of that battle going on at once on the screen. As Dylan's still able to defend 1st place so far. Oh, gets to the middle lane. He's got to get the run out of the corner. Oh, looks like he got a little loose there, but it's getting in the. Has a little bit more speed. As Lois looks to the inside. Squeezes him down to the bottom. Does look like Lowe's is going to take the lead this lap. Does get the lead, but here comes Dylan Schmidt back on the charge. And Lowe's is able to make the pass made. Now let's see if Lowe's here can get a big gap before Ybarra, Patrick, or anybody's able to catch back up. Mark is making a drive back now, only 3/10 off of Dylan. So take care, look for a battle for 5th place. Look back here, Philip Beaver fighting Steve Lewis for position. Philip Beaver look at the inside. So we go back up here. Zach Panzarella and Eric are side by side. Panzarella on the outside this time. Able to keep speed as Chris Calgill makes the move. Running that super high line, able to see if he's able to keep it. Panzarella blocks off Chris, but Chris got to push Panzarella down. Does get past Eric. Good timing for Chris Calgill. Take a look back up here. It does look like Dylan's dropped off a little bit, and Barr's catching up pretty quick. Mark looking, just waiting for Dylan to make a mistake here to get through as we'll go back to this battle back here. So we look in front, Zach Hillman and Danny Sanchez touching doors, slows them both down. Here comes Zach Panzarella. Gonna have the speed to get to the inside. Does get to the inside. Gonna have to send it deep into the corner. And here comes Patrick Calgill down the pit. With about 42 remaining. Oh, as that tired line up there gets on the wall, but gets the speed. Oh, we're 3 wide. Eric looks to the inside. Panzarella just got sucked in like a fish there. And now gonna have to battle back as Chris looks to the inside of Zach Hillman to make a 3 wide coming out of 4. Does look like Ybarra was able to get past the two of them, but he is still side by side with Dylan, able to make the move. So now you got Brandon Lowell and Brandon Ybarra. First and second place, both up 6 positions. It's Danny Sanchez now holding the spot for 5th place. So we got a battle for P12. It looks like Cody Matthews finding Philip Beaver. Looking to the inside. Philip gets on the wall. He's going to be able to let Matthews stay even with them. Trying to navigate all the battles here. It's Zach Hillman on the outside. Chris Calgill looking for the pass on the inside. Does look he's going to be passed on. Here comes Eric on the outside. Oh, and there goes Zach Panzarella into the pits. But Zach Hillman able to keep the speed up. Oh, and gonna send it in deep, but here comes Eric once again on the outside. Chris Calgill touches doors, it slows him down. So Eric pulls the inside here, gonna stay on the outside, stays to the outside. Oh, contact. And here comes Danny Sanchez. That contact let Chris Calgill catch back up. Great battle right now for P5. Here, it looks like we have a battle for P3. You get Mark looking, as you see there, Brandon Lowell pulls it down. But Mark looking to the inside of Dylan. Mark holding that middle lane, making Dylan run the high line. Mark cuts it down, get the run. Now to make it work, but Dylan's able to hold on to 2nd place. Mark gets a good run there. Look here, Eric down. Here comes Philip Beaver out of the pits. It looks like he did take 4. So far, everybody's taking 4 tires this time. As our new person to watch will be Brandon. See how long it takes for him to come down the pits. So Mark's able to make the pass on Chris or Dylan. So you look there, the 35 of Philip Sanchez trying, and that looks like Ybarra's now down. Same as Zach Hillman. as that gives Mark a lap lead. Patrick with that early pit. Undercut does get a 2-second lead over Lois, which should maybe cycle into the lead, but we'll watch here. Barr's got at least 2 more seconds left on this pit stop. 14.8. There goes your bar out of his pit box. Patrick Calgill should cycle to the lead if once everybody pits, as we see Chris Calgill, Steve Lewis bringing it down now. As Mark able to stick it out so far. Oh, and there goes a 41. Joshua Nunes on the outside, or I bet that is Lucian on the outside of Dylan on, it looks like fresh tires. Yes, that would be fresh tires. As Brandon Lowell is catching up to Patrick Calgill, only about 1.2 seconds back now. So we look here, waiting for these guys to bring it down. A little traffic jam up here. Looks like he's been navigating it well. Cody Matthews down in the pits. Mark Zalbach into the pits. Dylan's going to get another lap lead here. Let's see what Grisby does here. Looks to be staying out one more lap. So you see there's Brandon Lolis, 2 cars behind Patrick Calgill. That is the 41. Joshua News on the inside of Patrick, pitted about almost 10 laps after. So here comes Brandon Lolis. Dylan's still staying out. So take a contact puts Patrick in the wall. That's gonna get Brandon Lois in front of Patrick. Not sure if he ended up with Patrick ended up with wheel damage there, but we have 25 to go next time by, or 26 to go. And here comes Dylan Schmidt down in the pits. Car looks okay for Calgill right now. Brandon Lola should be our new leader this next time by. As Dylan just got to his pit box. And Brandon Lola is your new leader. As we are now in the closing stages of this race. And Patrick Calgill, second place, Danny Sanchez about 4 seconds back, but is stuck in a pack. Zach Panzarella in fourth place after that pit cycle. But your bar right there behind him on 5-lap newer tires. Bar looks to the inside. Keeps a nose, backs out of it. Panzarella on the outside and Eric behind him. Your bar looks to have good speed. Eric sends it deep. Having to back out of it. Looks like Panzarella didn't get a good run through the corner. Your bar is staying even. Panzarella gets a run. Going Eric looks to the bottom. Not able to get the run to make it 3 wide. Here's a run to the wall. So here comes Mark on the inside of Eric. Your bar's going to be able to make the pass made. Now Zach Panzarella. Panzarella blocked off to his inside. Oh, Panzarella on the wall. And there goes Eric. And your bar gets past Danny Sanchez. Mark gets past Eric. Mark has about 9 lap newer tires. Oh, Eric gets blocked off at the top. That gives Mark a run. If he slides up, he's able to pull off the... Mark up to 4th place now. So he's able to get past your bar to take 3rd. Oh, look at the good battle here. So we have 20 to go. Eric looks inside of Danny Sanchez. So look like he's gonna makes the pass work. Danny Sanchez gets a slight, looks like a slight tap. Oh, Sanchez in the wall there. Gotta give an opportunity to Zach Panzarella. So we go back up to the battle here. See Ybarra defending well, but Mark not able to get the run yet. Mark's got a 5-lap tire advantage, but he's got to be careful there not to overheat his tires. So here we go as we come back up at your leader. Now has a 2-second gap. Patrick. So Mark's still looking at the inside. Eric making a good run, catching back up to these two. Could have a 3-car battle by the end of this race for 3rd place. Take a look back here at Cody Matthews trying to get past Stephen Neal now. He's going to get the run as he looks to the inside. Gives him the bump going into the corner. Doesn't look to unsettle Stephen Neal at all. So look there, Steve Lewis looked to the inside of Philip Sanchez. Zach Hillman sends it in deep, out gets in the rear end. Zach Panzarella. So here comes Chris Cowgirls. We'll go back up to the battle for 3rd. Looks to be spreading out a little bit. That's the battle for 6. Starting to heat up again. Panzarella gets a good run, gets the inside of Danny Sanchez. And behind them, you got side by side Chris Cowgill and Zach Hillman. This looks like Chris would make a goal, but sends it in deep. And here goes Zach Panzarella. For 6, as we're almost 3 wide coming out of 4. Zach Hillman and I was saying it, but Panzarella does take 6th place. As Chris Cowgill looks to the inside of Panzarella. Zach Hillman looks to the inside of Danny Sanchez. Sanchez gets a big run, gives a bump to Chris as Hillman run all the way down to the bottom. Little contact there, it looks like. Panzarella doing good defense, run high line and low line to block off those runs. Oh, big contact there. still side by side. It looks like Jordan Finnegan having some problems down in the apron. Able to sort it out. Keep it to the bottom. Yeah, there we go. Pedro holding off Chris Calgill for the time being as we look back up here. Mark not able to get the pass made yet, but they are slowly catching. Patrick Calgill gap down to 2.6 seconds. Patrick does have a lap car of Joshua Nunes in between them. As we are now have 8 to go. Brandon Lowes been leading this race for a long time now. As a 2.7 second gap in the class of the field so far. So take a look back here. Chris Calgill still putting the pressure on Zach Panzarella. And Zach Hillman did get past Danny Sanchez as he... Sanchez not going to get that spot easy. Watch out for him to take that spot back. As here goes Chris Calgill. The inside does get there. Panzarella on the outside going to get the run. And Panzarella holds on to 6th place. So we have 6 to go. And there goes Danny Sanchez to the inside, now able to keep the gas up. As here goes Chris again. Chris does pull ahead. Zach's going to get the better grip on the outside though. As it looks like this battle has fallen off just a little bit, but Eric is catching up. Might be able to steal a 4th place finish from Mark with 5 to go. So keep our eyes on these two battles back here. Chris Calgill able to stay even down the backstretch. Pulls the nose ahead. Does get in front. Panzarella on the wall. Panzarella. Chris Calgill takes 6th place. We have 3 to go as we look here as Chris Calgill looks to be pulling off a little bit as we will 3-second gap so far for Brandon Lowes. So we look back here at Cody Matthews still trying to get by Stephen Neal. Steve Lewis also defending against Philip Beaver as Zach Hillman defending against Danny Sanchez. 2 to go. So watch. As Brandon Lowes comes around to take the white flag. One last lap for Brandon Lowes. Been fast all night. Up 6 positions. Great race for him so far. Or for tonight. So here we go through penultimate corners. And Brandon Lowes is your Week 2 winner of the Daily Drivers Inc. Arca Series. Congratulations to him. Patrick Calgill. Good race for him. Able to keep 2nd. As we are finishing up. Good race from Mark Zabak. Also up 13 positions. Philip Beaver up 3. Zach Panzer up 4. Brandon Ybarra, good race from him too. Up 5 as we will watch Brandon Lowes do some burnouts. What a race tonight. Good race for all these guys. Happy to see another good race as we will pull up your race results. As Brandon Lowes, your race winner for Week 2. Patrick Cowgill takes home second place. Brandon Ybarra rounds out your podium in third. Mark Zabak in fourth. Eric Gambrell in fifth. Chris Cowgill in sixth. Zach Panzarella seventh. Zach Hillman eighth. Danny Sanchez ninth. Dylan Schmidt in 10th. Steve Lewis 11th. Philip Beaver 12th. Philip Sanchez 13th. Stephen Neal 14th. Cody Matthews 15th. Lucian Thomason 16th. 17th. Glenn Grisby. 18th. Joshua Nunes. 19th. Jordan Finnegan. And 20th. Dalton Bernius. What a race tonight, as we will see if we have any interviews, as we do have our second place finisher, Patrick Cowgill. Patrick, I have you. Alrighty, Patrick, good race tonight. Able to keep second place where you qualified. Unfortunate incident with, I believe that was Joshua Nunes that ended up getting the wall, and Los was able to get by you then.
Yeah, I don't think that hurt me enough to impact that really. Lolis was faster than me, and I was kind of on older tires because I decided to pit with an undercut, and I mean it worked out because it got me second, but it didn't work out for getting me the win.
Well, second place is a good finish on the podium. Good for the points. I think you might have taken home second in the stage. Not 100% sure there, but good race. Looking forward to next week's race at. I can't remember where we're at right now. Sorry, as I pull.
We are at Bristol next week.
Bristol. How are you looking forward to that, or?
Yeah, Bristol's one of my better tracks for most vehicles. I guess it just really depends on if it's a caution fest or if I do something stupid like I did in the MRL truck race a few months ago or a month ago or so.
Yeah. Well, look forward to seeing you there. Have any shout outs for the night?
Thank you for putting on the broadcast. Thank everybody at DDI for everything that they do and putting on the league, and then thank my wifey for letting me race and my sponsors CTN MB1 Connecting Cure.
Well, alrighty. Well, thank you for joining us. Without you guys, we would not be able to put on this broadcast. But I look forward to seeing you next week. And good luck for the rest of the season.
Alex.
As we'll pull in your third place finisher now. Hey, Brandon, we got you.
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Alrighty. Well, that was a good race from you. Up 5 positions from the start. Talk us through the race strategy for us.
Yeah, for sure. Well, definitely missed the setup in qualifying, so qualified further in the back than I predicted. Kind of somewhat of a long run, so I set the car up for a long run, and it definitely showed there at the beginning. I think I dropped down to 15th or 16th there in that first run, and I was like, I hope this car comes in quick, and it did, and I think I got up to 4th there in that first run, and then was just trying to maintain. I knew I needed a long run there just to keep it up there in the top 5 or so and to get some good points for us. But yeah, I'm glad that came a long run there, and it was a good points night for all of us.
Hey, y'all had a great points night. Unfortunate caution. They're about probably 3/4 of the way through the race. Caused a lot of people to. I guess y'all were out of fuel. Was that what ended up happening, or?
No, I don't think so. Something happened on the track, and I know that we all kind of needed that. I know Lawless didn't want to see it. He was actually running pretty good up there up front, but me and Sanchez definitely needed it. Kind of bunched the field back up, and that first group of that pitted early, had about 6-7 laps on their tires, so was able to keep that long run momentum that I needed anyways to help me get a top 3.
Alrighty, we have great finish tonight. Another podium finish for you. No, I am looking forward to watching your speed and your team speed all season long. Have any shout-outs for every tonight?
Yeah, shout out to my wife. She lets me do this every night. You know, shout out to y'all guys. Y'all do a great job of putting this on. You know, a lot of clean racing guys out there. Victory Vision, 44 Drywall, BY Designs. You know, they make this car go around, and you know, I just appreciate the league.
Alrighty, well, we appreciate you coming out and wish you luck on the rest of the season. Look forward to watching you.
Sir, appreciate it. I think Lawless is coming. He said he was.
Okay.
We'll see.
Alrighty. As we wait for Brandon now, Brandon Lewis, your race winner. I'm looking forward to Bristol. These cars race great at Bristol. I've raced them a couple times there. Some good, clean racing. As we will have 175 laps. Hopefully we'll be able to get them all in. But while we wait for him, make sure you go check out our stream after this. It should be starting here in about an hour and a half, I believe. That will be the Monday night Cup Series over at MRL, but that will be here on the VRN network, or Vortex Racing Network. As we'll see, can we get Brandon in here? Maybe not. So let me see if I can get. But we'll run through the rest of the season while we're waiting. We got Bristol next week, and then we go to good old Alabama, Talladega for, I believe that's 60 laps, and then we go to our one and only road course this season, as it will be Watkins Glen. Then we go to Dover, then Kentucky. Then our last race is a driver's vote, and then our championship race season finale will be January 5th, and that will be a 200 lap race. As I think we are gonna wrap it up for tonight. Unfortunately, we're not able to get Lois in here, but thank you all for joining us tonight. Great racing as we are rounding up. Make sure you go check us out after this stream. Go watch give some support to our guys over in the Cup cars. But this was Hilltop Bullet, and thank you for joining us for the Daily Drivers Inc. Arca series.